Thanks for joining me today. This is Danny, and welcome back to my FTB Infinity world. I am just about getting ready to go out and catch myself a creeper and a skeleton. I want to do this quickly before the sun comes up. Today, we are going to be... Whoa! Okay, we got that. Now I need a skeleton. No, I'm lagging. Why did I lag? Oh, that sucked. Okay, whatever. Alright, we got ourselves a creeper and a skeleton, and you might be able to guess what we're going to do with a creeper and a skeleton. Next episode, we're going to be turning this division sigil into a pseudo-inversion sigil, and we'll cover the details and the benefits of that in the next episode. But one of the things we will need for that ritual is all 12 of the discs, of the music discs. So our focus today is going to be to create a music disc farm, and of course we could do this the vanilla way by having skeletons kill creepers, or we could use Botania's Lunium flower, which gives us dungeon chest loot, and we could wait around forever for all the discs to come in. But I'd like to do something a little bit more fun and interesting, and that is the Botania's Heisei Dream. I think that's how you pronounce that. The Heisei Dream will, by utilizing mana, awaken feelings of anger and revenge in any nearby mobs, turning them against each other. Yay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use these two safari nets to create two spawners, or to set up two mob spawners. One of them is going to have creepers in it. The other is going to have skeletons in it. Now, I don't know whether or not the Heisei Dream flower will cause creepers to blow up at other mobs. I suspect that it would. So I'm going to keep them separate, but close enough so that the skeletons can shoot the creepers, but the creepers cannot blow up at the skeletons. So that is the plan. As long as there's 3 blocks between them, they shouldn't blow up at each other, or the creepers shouldn't blow up at the skeletons. So I may do this underground. We have to be close to mana because the flower does require mana. Right, we are in the basement of our Botania greenhouse right now, and I've got a little side room over here that I'm working on. We've got 2 little rooms. This is going to be our creeper room, and this is going to be our skeleton room. I've got an auto spawner in each room, and actually after thinking about it, we don't necessarily need an auto spawner in here because we really only need 1 skeleton. But let's just do this anyway in case our skeleton dies or whatever. We can always spawn another one. I'm going to have a tesseract right in the middle. And that's how we're going to get our power to these guys. It's also how we're going to get, because I've got 2 Mind Factory Reloaded auto spawners. These guys do need mob essence and power. How did that get power? Oops. I haven't even set up the tesseract yet. That's weird. That's very strange. They're both full of power. I've got a vacuum chest here. So our creepers, when they die, they're going to drop discs, and they're going to end up going into the vacuum chest, and then they'll get sucked into the tesseract. So we need to find a way to get the essence out here. Of course, we're going to use the tesseract. And then we're also going to need to produce essence. So we're going to end up going into the deep dark where our zombie spawner is, and we'll have to start spawning some zombies so that we can get some essence. And then here, we're going to set up our tesseract. This is the fluid. We're going to set that to extract, always active, and then in out for power. And here we are going to insert, and we're going to set up a filter here so that it only puts essence in there. And then the redstone, I am actually going to use facades here. And then we'll put a switch. We'll put a lever right here to turn on and off our skeleton spawner, and then I'll do the same thing on this side. We'll have a lever to turn on and off our creeper spawner. And then that little block of dirt is where our whatchamacallit is going to go. That is where our Heisei dream is going to go. Heisei. These auto spawners will actually spawn in a 9x9 radius. Well, circumference really. 9x9 square. So that's 4 blocks in each direction. So this is all solid blocks in that direction. It's all solid blocks in that direction. And then I've got a double thick wall here so that the mobs will only be able to spawn in this area. Alright, here's our facades. Okay. Should be just enough. There. Right, I've got to hit this. There we go. Okay, now that should work. So now if we look at this, yep, we're idle. Yay! However, I am gonna have to move it because I can't have it opening the door if we've got a bunch of creepers in there. Oh wait, now it's not doing it. What? Oh, it'll only close the door. It won't open it. That's interesting. Okay, I guess that's fine. So it's idle now. If we switch it, it's then running again. Perfect. Okay, so we'll have to do the same thing over here. We need to take our Yeta wrench. We got to right click right there so that it makes the connection. So that turns this off. Awesome. So we can put our skeleton in here. We can put our creeper in here. Make sure it's off. 'Cause we definitely do not want to be spawning creepers at the moment. I should almost hit the creeper a few times so that it comes out with lower health, but yeah. Alright, and then we just need to stick the flower right there. So the flower that we're going to be making is this guy. So we need a Rune of Wrath. I've got some pixie dust, a Rune of Wrath, a pink mana petal, and a pink mystical petal, a purple mana petal, and a purple mystical petal, a magenta mana petal, and a magenta mystical petal. And a seed. Yay! Heisei's dream. Heisei Cataclysm. Put this guy right there. It should start pulling mana. Now, I don't know if it's close enough to the mana pools. We might actually have to bring one in here. Let's see. How do I know? That's how I know. Oh, it's full. Awesome. Cool. So it is actually pulling mana from these pools way over here. Grab a bucket of this stuff so that we can set up our filters. Go to the greenhouse. The secret greenhouse basement. Boy, how are we gonna do this? I'll have to go like this, and then that, and we'll filter like that. But I don't know if we have essence going into the Tesseract. Here in the maintenance room, in the deep dark, and I've got a full essence tank in here, so, but I'm using dimensional transceivers. I've got that sending on channel essence. So I'll have to set up a dimensional transceiver on the other end, and actually, wait, how do I get back down now? Ah, no! So we can set up this zombie farm, which is a little bit more fun to watch because it brings them all in here and then it grinds them up. Alright, so let's get rid of that and replace it with this. going to receive from main power. Oh crap, we don't have any. Well, we'll make main. We'll add the channel main for items, and we'll send on that channel, and then we will also, and then we'll receive on the essence channel. So if we look in here, we should see we have essence. Yay! All right, we're ready to test this out. I've got a dimensional transceiver on the other end now. That's grabbing items. So we should be good to go. It's working! Yay! Oh, I wish I had a place to view though. Without. What? Oh crap! They're shooting each other over there. Okay. So this is a problem. I can't... Darn it. Okay, so they don't seem to mind me being here. That's cool. But this is a problem. So once one of these skeletons is dead... What the frick? What are you doing, dude? Stop it. Uh-oh, that wasn't a good idea. No, 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 no! Let's try this one more time. I've got a skeleton over there, just a single one. And then I shut it off, and over here I've got creepers that should be spawning soon. Hopefully. If everything is set up correctly. Oh, there we go. Awesome. I've already got a bunch of discs. No, what? What? No. See, no, it's not the door. Get out. I just figured out what was going on. The creepers are aggravating each other. Crap. Oh, that's a problem. Okay, so somehow we have to make it so that only one creeper exists in here at a time. I have got a mob counter. This is a manufactory reloaded block which emits a redstone signal based on the count of mobs in the area. And I've got an insulated redstone conduit going directly into the auto spawner, which means if there are any mobs here, and that actually includes players, it will emit a redstone signal and we will go idle. So that means as soon as it spawns a creeper, it'll shut itself off until that creeper is gone. Now the only issue that we may run into is that sometimes it spawns more than one. Oh boy, I didn't think about that. Let's just see what happens. We'll see what happens. If it blows everything up, then I guess we'll have to try something else, but I think this will work. So if I stand here and I check, you can see that it's working. Our idle counter is going up and down. But as soon as I step forward one block, it's idle. It's not doing anything now. Because I am an entity and it's counting me. So that should work. Actually, and then this signal seems to be affecting every single block around it. This signal will also turn it off. So even if I'm out of range, it'll be idle. So hopefully this will work. Oh boy, they could spawn in that block, couldn't they? If they spawn in this block, the whole thing will be stuck. Yeah, whatever. Let's see what happens. So we need to get ourselves a skeleton again. It's just a single skeleton. We don't want more than one or they'll just start shooting each other. There we go. There's our skeleton. And here's our creepers. Let me get out. Oh crap! I didn't put the creeper safari net in there. Okay, got a creeper safari net. Now we can turn that on and back off. And then cross our fingers. We have a creeper. Our skeleton doesn't seem to have noticed yet. Oh, because he's off in the corner here. Yeah, look at that. They're just staring. Oh, come on. Okay. Yay, there we go. I think we've got a winner. Wow. We need to beef up our skeleton's bow a little bit. Yay, one down. And now here's that weird bug where that skeleton just keeps shooting even though there's nothing there. That is... oh, there we go. Okay, good. It might cause some lag for us if it keeps... because those arrows are actually entities. Here's what we've got for discs so far. We should see another one soon. Yep, we just got another one. Awesome. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we've got 8 discs so far. Awesome. This is working great, and it's nice and compact, and it's simple. It just it took me a little while to get it to work without the creepers blowing up. We've got 9 discs so far. We need 3 more. Yay! This is awesome. I just wish I had some windows or something so I could watch it. I love watching mobs fight each other. It's so entertaining. Alright, we got them all. Yay! Nice. This works beautifully. I love this. I just need to add some glass to it so I can watch. That's the only thing that would make this better. Being able to watch. But it's working beautifully, and I'm actually going to let it run for a little while so that I can get duplicates of some of the discs, because I'm going to take one of each for our ritual. So we'll lose them. Now I have 2 copies of each disc. We're going to bring one to the end with us. I'm just going to do a quick run through to show you how this works. Again, we're using the Heisei Dream flower from Botania, which uses, it needs mana, it uses mana, a small amount of mana, and causes mobs to kill each other. And what we want is we want 1 skeleton at a time and 1 creeper at a time. And really, we just need 1 skeleton, and we can just keep that skeleton there. I ended up killing it because I'm done with him now, but so basically... I'm using an auto spawner. Of course, there's other ways you could spawn skeletons, but you want to make sure that you only spawn 1, because otherwise they'll just shoot each other and then they won't shoot the creepers. So you want to have a redstone. These things, when they get a redstone signal, they stop working, and that is actually not configurable. It's just how it always works. If it gets a redstone signal, it stops working. So I'm using Ender IO conduits because I've got a whole bunch of stuff going into this, because it needs essence. Mob essence, which is something that you get from the Mine Factory Reloaded mob grinder. So elsewhere in the world, I've got another mob grinder set up that is using an Ender IO spawner, which does not require essence, but it uses a broken spawner. Why we got an extra? Oh, that's an item conduit, which we don't need there. So we've got essence coming into here, which is actually coming from this dimensional transceiver. We've got power coming into here, also coming from the dimensional transceiver. And then we have a redstone, insulated redstone conduit coming in here too. Of course, you You can do this however, you know, just however you can get a redstone signal there from some kind of lever that you can switch on and off. So basically I just manually turn the lever on until there's a skeleton, and then I turn it off. You could do what I did over here, and that's put this mob counter, which is also Mine Factory Reloaded, which emits a redstone signal based on how many entities there are in the area. So if there's one mob in here, it's going to do a redstone signal of 1. If there's 15 in here, it's going to do a full redstone signal, 15 or more of 15. And I've just got that hooked up directly into the auto spawner. And then we've got the same thing going on here. So we've got power coming in, we've got essence coming in, and we've got a redstone conduit coming in from this switch. So I have them switched separately. So if that switch is on, or if there's a mob, then this thing will stop. It'll stop producing mobs. So, and right now the switch is on, so it is turned off. And then I've also got a vacuum chest. You could also use a vacuum hopper. You could have the floor made of regular hoppers if you wanted to, and just have that going into a chest or whatever. But I've got a vacuum hopper, and then I've got some item conduits going into the dimensional transceiver. And then I have another dimensional transceiver in my main base that's pulling items out and putting them into my like regular item network and sorting them and pre-processing them and all that stuff. So that's it. That's the whole process, and it was kind of difficult to get it all working because the one thing that I kept screwing up on that I wasn't realizing was that the creepers were aggravating each other. So I made this wall really thick, and it doesn't really have to be. It actually, as long as there's a 3-block distance between the skeleton and the creeper won't blow up. But I added more because the creepers kept blowing up, and I couldn't figure out why the heck they kept blowing up, but then I realized they were blowing up at each other. Because this thing causes all mobs to go after each other, even mobs of the same type. So you could, theoretically, you could put this mob counter over there too, so that it just produces one skeleton and then stops. That would work as well. As I mentioned earlier, these things do a 9x9 area, so 4 blocks in each direction. And I've got thick walls here so that they can't spawn anywhere except in this little space. So that's it. That is our disc farm, our music disc farm, using Botania's Heisei Dream. Perhaps not the most efficient way, but it's definitely one of the more fun ways to do it, especially if you have glass where you can watch what's going on. These, by the way, can also be pretty handy when you're fighting the Gaia Guardian, because at that one part of the fight where he's generating all those mobs and they all come after you, if you have one of these in there, they're all going to go after each other and they won't bother you so much. Now that we have all the discs and all the other stuff that we need for the pseudo-inversion sigil, that is what we're going to be doing next time. We're going to do the pseudo-inversion sigil ritual next time. So I hope you join me for that. And of course, if you did enjoy this, please click the like button. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them in the comments below, because I love chatting with you guys down there. So it's one of my favorite things about doing YouTube videos. So please feel free to leave your comments below, and I hope you join me next time. Thanks for watching. Bye.